everyone, this is Kendall with TC Fit. We have Feel Good Fitness and we are using a foam roller today. So if you don't have one, that's totally fine. Perhaps maybe try grabbing like a hand towel or a bath towel because we will be doing some standing exercises. All right, so I'm gonna just start my timer here so I don't forget. All right, so we're gonna start with a golf rotation. Now you're gonna turn your foam roller to face horizontal, holding the ends here, and just nice and easy, twisting and rotating. Allow your hips and your feet to follow along. And you're really trying to see how much you can rotate here. Let's do an inhale and then exhale, twist. Inhale, return. Exhale, twist. Keep it going. A little bit of arm work too. I am feeling my arms from yesterday. And let's do one more each side. And a little shoulder mobility. Now, with your arms, you're gonna go up and over. You're gonna place it onto your shoulders. Think about kind of scooping your elbows under and then reach it up and over. Now again, if you don't have a foam roller at home, you can do this with a hand towel or a bath towel and just hold it tight. Or perhaps if you have like a small pole at home, that's another option too. But this can be a tricky exercise for your shoulders. It's a great chest opener and really just range of motion. Good. Let's do one more. Now reach your arms up, wide stance. You're gonna laterally flex to your left and then exhale, return back center. Other side. Inhale and exhale. So we're focusing the exhale on the way back up because I want you to focus on your obliques, internal and external, and your hips stay square. Good. Slight little bend to your elbows. Let's do one more each side. Last one. All right, you're gonna place your foam roller down to the ground. A little mobility through your ankles. Now, the other thing that you can use at home is if you have a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball, really rolling out your feet, but you're just gonna roll forward and back here. So any plantar fasciitis out there, this is a great exercise for you to do. And again, if you have a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball at home, it's gonna dig in deeper there because of the size of the ball and really kind of get into some of those, the muscles of your feet. Now, what I want you to think about is drawing your heel down so you get a nice little calf stretch. And then reaching your leg forward and straight. Bend, draw your calf down, and then straighten and extend. Good. Bend, draw your heel down, straighten, extend, and bend. Draw your heel down, and reach. Good, let's do one more. Bend, draw your heel down, and now just hold it here. You can kind of push some of your weight into it, and that'll help to increase your stretch too. Depends on mobility through your ankles, your Achilles, but making sure that you're not pushing it too far to where you're getting straining. Okay, let's go ahead and release. Let's do the same thing other side. And then just rolling forward and back. Just focusing on your feet. Now, if you're finding any tender areas, you can stay in that spot. And again, put a little bit of pressure forward. Now, for the days that we were on site and women wearing heels, this is a great exercise. But also, I think with the whole working from home, a lot of us have been barefoot a lot too. So kind of missing that extra support from either a tennis shoe or something else. But still a great exercise. And now let's draw your heel down holding it there, and then reach and extend, pointing through your ankle. Bend, draw your heel down, and then extend and point. Good. Bend, heel goes down, and extend. Let's do 2 more like this. Still thinking of posture, shoulders back, and extend. 1 more. Bend, and extend. And now bend it back, draw your heel down, kind of shift your weight forward a little bit, increasing that stretch. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Good. Set your foam roller off to the side. Just make sure that it's not rolling into your way. I'm going to quickly take my socks off so I have a little bit more grip here because we're going to go into some yoga poses. So kind of building some heat through our body. All right, so we're going to start with body weight squats. So feet are slightly turned out. Think of kind of a sumo squat here. Again, just warming up through our legs, activating glutes, hamstring, quads. 4 more. And from the side, I'm sinking my hips back. 2. Last 1. Now let's go into our goddess pose, reaching your arms out and around, reach your sternum up, spreading your fingers out, holding it here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay low through your legs, and you're just going to shift from side to side. It's almost kind of like a hockey squat. Feet are turned out. You may get a little stretch through your inner thighs, depending on flexibility. One more each. And now windmill your arms around. We're going to find our warrior 2. So your front foot is parallel, back foot is turned out, arms are long. Eye gaze over your fingertips. Now front hand, flip the palm of the hand. We go into a reverse warrior, reaching up, nice stretch through your lats. Now extend your front leg, reach your arms long, hinge it forward into our triangle pose. Now a couple of options, hand can come to your thighs, down to your ankle, or all the way down to the ground. You'll get a good stretch through your inner thighs. Top arm reaches straight up to the ceiling. Windmill your top arm around, turn to face your front leg into our runner's lunge. Hold it here. And now drop your back knee. Hold it here, allowing your hips to sink forward. Opening up through your hips. And now straighten your front leg, draw your toes up, staying hinged forward to stretch your hamstrings. And now we're just going to rock back and forth. So forward into your runner's lunge with your knee down, and then rock it back to stretch your hamstrings. Rock it forward, rock it back. 2 more. Rock it back. And last 1. And back to your hamstrings. Now back to your half kneeling position. Reach your arms up out to kind of a W position and reach your sternum up. Getting some nice extension. Now place your hands down to your thighs. If you can, push all the way up to a lunge. Hold it here. We are shifting to face forward, and we're starting all over again. Back to our shifting from side to side, and we'll do the other side with your warrior 2. Good. Last 3. 2, and 1. Windmill your arms around, other side. warrior two. Eye gaze over your fingertips, knee in line with your toes, back foot slightly turned out. Reverse warrior, reaching the front arm up. Straighten your front leg, reaching your arms long, hinge it forward, triangle pose. Again, either to your knee, your ankle, or all the way down to the floor. And let's windmill it down to your runner's lunge. And drop your back knee. Hold it here. And shift it back, stretching your hammies. And shift it forward. Shift it back. And forward. Shift it back. And forward. Good, let's do one more like this. Shift it forward. Now reach your arms up, sternum up, sinking in toward your hips. Place your hands down to your thighs. Back knee lifts up, squeeze your glutes. Huh. Let's turn to rotate toward the front, and we do it again, shifting from side to side. So we're gonna start to kind of speed it up a little bit more fluid. Last 3, 2, and 1. Windmill, warrior two. Reverse warrior, reaching back, eye gaze up toward the ceiling. And triangle pose, lengthening through your front leg, hinge it forward. Maybe you're able to go a little bit further this time. And now windmill it down to your runner's lunge. Drop your back knee, and let's shift it back and forth. Again, with this one, we're thinking a little bit more dynamic, so a little bit more fluid versus holding the pose. Last one. Now lunge it forward, reach your arms up, sternum up, proud chest. Hands to your thighs. Squeeze your glutes, power through your legs, hold here. And rotate forward, and we're back to our shifting. Good. So hopefully we're feeling a little bit more limber through our hips, hamstrings, quads. And windmill to your warrior two. Hold it here. Staying low through your legs. Arms are height of the shoulders. Reverse warrior. And lengthen through your front leg for our triangle. Hinge it forward. Hold it here. Triangle is one of my favorite ones. And windmill into your runner's lunge. Drop your back knee, hold it here. And let's shift, hamstrings, and forward. All right, my belly is starting to get a little bit in the way, so for me, I'm using my back hand to kind of prop up a little bit. Last one. Find your forward lunge, reach your arms up, proud chest, squeeze your glutes, hands to your thighs, tuck your back foot under, hold it here, and now lifting up, squeeze, and then rotate forward and shifting. Nicely done. We'll just stay here for a couple of seconds. And then we're gonna make our way down to the ground. All right, gang, lengthen your legs, grab your foam roller back out. I'm just gonna lower the camera down just a little bit. Okay, we're gonna start into a mermaid pose down to the ground. You're gonna place the foam roller onto your right hand side, and then your right leg is forward. So this is called your mermaid. If this is too tight, you can always extend your back leg out. Otherwise, if you have a pillow around, you can prop the pillow underneath your bottom, and that helps to relieve your hips as well. All right, little lateral flexion. Your left arm is gonna reach up and over. Allow your foam roller to reach, so we're still getting some shoulder work, lats. Pressing down into the foam roller to return back up. And again, up and over. If this is too much on your shoulder, bend your elbow and just kind of stay here versus reaching. And then return back up. And again, so here's an option, or long. And back up. Let's do one more. And return. Now twist and rotate toward your foam roller. Tall posture. T-spine rotation. Just holding it here. 3, 2, 1. Release. Let's do it one more time. Twist and rotate toward your foam roller. And almost think about pressing your hip forward, your left hip, and squeeze your glute. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release. We did this one last week. It's your bretzel, but we're actually going to do it with the foam roller today. So you're going to place your foam roller in front, and you're going to lie down onto your right hand side. Top leg, bring it forward so it's resting on top, and then allow your upper body to just relax down to the ground. Now top arm, reach it up and over. You're going to bend your back foot so you're right, and then try to grab your foot if you can. Now if you want to increase your stretch, think about reaching your right leg back a little bit. So I'm going to kind of twist around here to give you a different view. So here, bend and reach. Try to relax into it. And if reaching around is too much, you can always just release and just bend your back leg. We'll stay here for about another 10 seconds. But using the foam roller allows your top hip to kind of stay in line with one another. And now go ahead and release. And now your top arm, your left arm, reach it up and over. You're just gonna go into a nice spinal rotation, opening up through your chest. Three, 2, 1, and return. Good. All right, let's come back up to a seated position. We're gonna do everything on the other side. So starting with your mermaid. So onto the left-hand side. Left leg is forward, so the inside leg. And then right arm reaches up and over, either bent here or straight. And glide it back in. Common thing that happens sometimes is getting a little cramp in your right hip. Stretch it out if that happens. One more. And return. And twist and rotate toward your foam roller, which actually is happening to me, so I'm gonna stretch out my hip real quick. And then go ahead and unwind. Let's do it one more time. Twist and rotate. Think of your torso as a towel. We're wringing out the towel. And go ahead and release. Let's go into our bretzel. Bring it forward. Onto your left-hand side. Use your bottom arm to help support your head. Top leg comes forward, resting on top of the foam roller. Reach it up and around. Bend your back leg. and hold it here. So it's kind of a pretzel feeling here, bending in different directions. That's a good chest opener too. We'll stay here for about another 10 seconds. Close your eyes if you want. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Go ahead and release your foot. And now reach your top arm forward. Reach it up toward the ceiling. Allow your eye gaze and head to follow, to twist and open. Spinal rotation. Try to keep your hips stacked. Helps to increase the stretch through your pecs. 3, 2, 1, and draw it back forward. Awesome job. So let's actually use the foam roller to physically roll out our body. Now, you're gonna place it behind your back. Stay seated. You're gonna start with it at about like mid-back here. Hands come back behind your head, help support, lift your hips, and just roll it forward and back. So we're rolling out our upper back. We want to avoid rolling out our low back. We already have enough issues down there, but it's also just a really tender area. And I may have explained this last time, but if this is your first class joining and this is your first time using a foam roller, the whole point of a foam roller is to help spread out your fascia tissue. So fascia is a connective tissue, and think of it this way. Over time and overuse, what happens is it starts to kind of bulk together. So think of like a sweater that gets snagged in a spot. So that's what your fascia tissue can do over time. And the foam roller is helping to literally lengthen it back out to increase range of motion, help with blood flow. And now go ahead and rest your hips. You're gonna place the foam roller onto the back of your neck. And then from here, just hold on to the ends of your foam roller and you're just gonna tilt your head from side to side. So rolling out the back of your neck. Now when we're rolling out the feet, kind of the same concept, if there are any tender issues or tender spots, you can kind of stay in that area, roll into it. It's a quick way to find out if you have any tension through your neck. We're going to stay here for about another 20 seconds. Now, gang, go ahead and release. Bring yourself up to a seated position. We're going to go into a prayer pose. Now, think of a child's pose. Big toes together, knees separated. And then you're going to bring your forearms down. Allow your hands to come back past your head, and you're just going to hold it here. So it allows you to go into a little bit more extension to get some more flexibility through your shoulders, but also through your lats and your triceps. And now gently release. Last one that we're gonna do is rolling out our quadriceps. This can be a pretty tender spot, but you're gonna come into a plank position. You're gonna place the foam roller underneath your thighs, kind of a boot camp crawl, staying down to your forearms. You're just gonna roll forward and back. Now you can keep your legs parallel or turned out, but you're targeting different segments of your quadriceps. If this is too tender, you can always place your feet down and help support and lift some of the body weight off. If this is your first time foam rolling, it's probably going to be pretty tender. So if you need to take breaks, go ahead and do so. We'll just stay here for about another 10 seconds. Good. Go ahead and bring yourself back up, kind of into a half kneeling position, and we'll just quickly do a nice neck stretch and then you're done. Hands come back behind your head, elbows wide. Just nod your chin toward your chest and hold it here. So versus rounding forward, try to keep your upper body tall, and it's just your neck, or your chin coming forward. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Take a deep inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Nicely done today, gang. Thank you so much for joining Feel Good Fitness. Again, this is Kendall with TC Fit. Bye.